Hello, this is Abun here. Today we are going to talk about vertical axis cue ball striking. The objective here is to show you that just by hitting various heights of the cue ball, starting with right in the middle of the cue ball and progressively working lower and lower, you get different kind of lines. There's no need to use sight, especially when your cue ball is not going to hit the cushion for most shots. So what we're going to do is we're going to get an object ball on the black spot. All right, and we're going to use what we call a ghost ball to mark a 3/4 ball. Okay, and then we're just going to go over here and progressively shift leftwards so that the yellow ball is about 3/4 ball to the right of the red. We're going to mark. So that's about where it should go, and then we'll just take a chalk and then mark the spot here. So we'll consistently have the cue ball at the same place. So right now, I'm going to start by playing this white at dead center of the cue ball, which is 0. The way to adjust the height where you hit the cue ball is by the use of your bridge hand. So let's say I start with 0, and that's how my bridge hand should be, roughly. If I want to play one tip below center, I lower my bridge hand ever so slightly, and then again, and then again, and again, and again. So this is 0. I'm going to play this white with medium speed. So this is about where the cue ball went. The next shot is one tip below center. And that's what most people call it a stun line. But what really is a stun? A stun is when the white hits the object ball and there's no top spin, there's no back spin, there's no spin at all, and the white should take off at about 90-degree line. If I were to play this white at 0 and I hit it really fast, there will be no time for the cue ball to grip onto the cloth, and in that way it's as good as hitting a stun. So but today or right now I'm going to play a shot with one tip below center. That's roughly one tip below center. This is 2 tips below center. So 3 tips below center. The next shot is 4 tips below center. As you can see that I didn't hit it too well. So it's generally taking a line that's slumping like this, but I'm just going to put it close there. So a 5 is generally the spot you will hit, so that you will not get what I call a maximum screw, but it runs a very low risk of scoping up the cue ball. So this is a 5 tips below center. This is about there. And the last one is what I call my 6, which is the maximum screw. And this is where I run the risk of scoping up the cue ball. But ideally, Ideally, the line that it should take should be lower than the pink. So this is a 6. So it's about there. Now, just by hitting the center of the cue ball, you get all sorts of lines. So let's say you are playing for this ball here, which is typically the black ball. And your next position, your next rate is about where the blue spot is. So do I play with a 4, a 5, or a 6? So this is how you judge. If you were to play with a 5, I run the risk of being very, very near the blue, which is the next shot I want to take. If I play with a 6, it's much more comfortable. So the objective here is to show you that you don't really need to use sight. And by hitting in the middle of the cue ball, but varying the height which you hit it, you get all sorts of different results. And I hope you learned something today. And I hope this gives you some consistency in your game. Thank you very much.